All right, let's talk about the most incredible and honestly, the weirdest thing you own. It's that 3 pound universe sitting right between your ears, and I promise you, it is so much more amazing than you've ever been told.
I mean, really think about it. Right this second, as you're listening to me, your brain is doing a million things at once. It's turning sounds into words, light into pictures, all while making sure you remember to breathe. It is the ultimate command center, and it never, ever takes a break.
So, just how complex is this thing? Well, get this. The average human brain has about 86 billion neurons. That is roughly the same number of stars in our entire Milky Way galaxy. And every single one of those neurons is chattering away, connecting to thousands of others. The scale is just staggering. Now, with all that going on, you have to wonder, what is fueling this machine? The energy requirements for your brain's hidden engine are, well, pretty shocking. Okay, check this out. Your brain only makes up about 2% of your body weight, right? But it is an absolute energy hog. It devours 20% of your body's total oxygen and calories. All that processing, all that thinking, it demands a massive, constant supply of fuel. And here's what it's actually made of. Believe it or not, your brain is the fattiest organ you have, about 60% fat. This is exactly why healthy fats like omega-3s are so important. And that other number? 75% water. It means that if you're even a little dehydrated, your attention and memory can take a serious hit. And all that energy has a pretty cool side effect. When you're awake, your brain is generating around 20 watts of electricity. That's literally enough to power a dim light bulb. So, you know that cartoon image of a light bulb appearing over someone's head when they have an idea? It's not that far from the truth. But your brain isn't just a power-hungry machine. It's also amazingly flexible. In fact, it has a kind of secret superpower, one that gives you an incredible amount of control over who you become. And that power has a name, neuroplasticity. You know, for the longest time, science thought our brains were basically fixed after childhood. Well, it turns out that's completely wrong. Your brain is constantly changing, building new roads and getting rid of old ones, all based on what you do and think. It is literally rewiring itself every single day. And this rewiring process is a long one. Your brain grows incredibly fast at first. It doubles in size in your first year. By age 5, it's about 90% of its adult size. But here's the kicker. It's not fully mature until you're around 25 years old. That last part to finish developing is your prefrontal cortex, the bit that handles reasoning and decision-making. So how do you actually use this superpower? It's actually pretty simple. Every time you learn something new, like playing guitar or speaking a new language, and then you practice it over and over, you are physically building and strengthening new connections in your brain. You are, quite literally, the architect of your own mind. Now, whenever something is this mysterious, a bunch of myths are bound to pop up. So let's do some myth busting and separate what's real from what's just fiction. You've definitely heard this one before, right? The idea that we only use 10% of our brain? Yeah, that's a total myth. The reality is, we use pretty much all of it, all the time. Brain scans make it super clear. Even when you're fast asleep, your brain is still hard at work. And what about being left brain for logic or right brain for creativity? That's another huge oversimplification. Sure, some functions are stronger on one side, but you use both halves of your brain for almost everything. Creativity needs logic, and logic needs a little creativity. The two sides are in constant conversation. Okay, here's a real mind bender for you. The very organ that processes every single pain signal in your body has no pain receptors of its own. It can't feel pain. So when you get a headache, that feeling is actually coming from the nerves and muscles around your brain, not the brain itself. Wild, isn't it? So what have we learned? Your brain is powerful, it's hungry, and it's constantly changing. This brings us to the most important point of all. Your brain is not some fixed thing you were born with. It's an evolving story, and you are the one writing it. And taking care of it is everything. Getting enough sleep helps lock in memories. Eating those healthy fats we talked about gives it the building blocks it needs. Exercise actually helps create brand new neurons. And maybe most importantly, never, ever stop learning. Stay curious. I love this quote because it just sums it all up perfectly. Your brain is not a finished product. It's a living, breathing network that is being molded by your life every single moment. You are a work in progress, constantly being updated. So the big takeaway here is this. You have the most powerful and adaptable learning machine in the known universe sitting in your head.
It's just waiting for instructions, ready to grow. So the only real question is, what are you going to teach it next?